You may proceed with your presentation.
Okay. I'm here today to present to the commissioners for consideration two items. The first item is contract amendments for the year 2020-2021 fiscal year. I did provide copies to the commissioners in regards to the contracts for 2020-2021. I believe it's about 10 or 11 pages of contracts. I just want to review, for your purposes, the subtractions and additions to those contracts. Again,
pardon me, Jim. Just for awareness of the folks that are calling in or watching, would you mind just introducing yourself and your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is James Donmoyer. I'm the director of Lebanon County Commission on Drug and Alcohol Abuse.
All right, now go ahead.
Okay. I provided the commissioners with a copy of all the drug and alcohol contracts for 2020-2021 to be considered for approval. I just want to make the commissioners aware that there were some additions and subtractions from our contracts from last year. The deletions, there were two programs that we no longer contract with, and they are Pyramid Gibsonia Adolescent Program. They closed their program, so we're unable, obviously, to contract with them, as well as Teen Challenge Detox closed their program. So we're no longer able to contract with them as well. Our additions to this big packet of contracts that I provided you, Gadenzia and Cole Township, we added them for detox, short-term rehab, and long-term rehab. And Gadenzia, as well, the Serenity House, we added a female halfway house to our contracts. And at Teen Challenge, since they closed their detox, they opened up only short-term rehab. So we lost their detox services, but we gained a female-only short-term rehab, which is important because there's not a lot of them in the state. So those were the key subtractions and additions to that packet I provided you. And
I'm sorry, Jim.
I would just ask that you approve those contracts for 2020-2021.
All right, I'll make a motion that we accept the contracts for 2021 for drug and alcohol as presented.
And I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve Jim's report. Any comment or question by anyone? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So moved. Anything else, Jim?
Thank you. Yes, the second item I'm here today to talk about is our 2020-2021 budget. I do want to apologize before I make this presentation. I'm sure you're aware that I did not appear before you last year to present a budget. At the time, we had a lot of turnover in our fiscal department over here, and our budget was unable to be presented to you folks. So I apologize ahead of time for that. I'm going to try to make up for it this year. I did provide you with a memorandum which Sue Douglas prepared for me, and it kind of summarizes the budget, which you will see on page 3 of the handout. As always, previous years, we're not requesting any support for county general funds. I want to take you to page 3 of the budget itself, and you can see in 2019-2020, last year's budget that I did not present, our total expenditures last year was $1,800,013. This year it will be 1.994. So our budget again this year has increased as it's increased over the last 5 or 6 years consistently. So again, our budget, and if you look at the last page, it gives you a 5-year summary of all the budgets over the years, starting out at 1.1, going to 1.2, 1.3, jumped up to 1.8 last year, and now it's going to 1.9 this year. Again, no county money is going to be asked to balance this budget. The expenditures and the revenues are $1.994, $720. The reason the budget keeps on increasing is because we are able to access not only federal and state monies, but also reinvestment monies. We're able to increase our revenue by that means. So we are adding new programs with all that new revenue, and we're spending every dollar possible that we can for drug and alcohol treatment services.
If Jamie has a comment,
I just want to point out on that same budget, Jim, the biggest driver of the increase in expenditures is in case management.
Yes,
But as you said, it's being covered each year as well. So the demand for services, and case management services specifically, is what's driving these increases.
well, and I'm glad you brought that up, Jamie, because there was a substantial increase in that line item. And the reason for that is last year, we contract with PCS. They're our provider that provides a case management unit. The first year they weren't fully staffed and they weren't fully up and running. And I think they were only running for 5 or 6 months last year. So that's why they only expended the $362,000 last year. This year, that number of 581 is based on a full year, and they are fully staffed. So, and that case management fund came as a result of us applying to DDAP for a specialty fund. So, again, we were in need of case management. DDAP had a pot of money sitting out there saying, hey, counties can apply for this. We applied for it, and we got a substantial amount for case management. So PCS has 7 case managers. They have 7 case managers they hired. They got 2 supervisors, so it's a really solid, productive unit.
awesome. All right, anything else? If not, all in favor of the motion, or no, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the budget of $1,994,720 for drug and alcohol.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we have an official motion and second. Any comment or question beyond that? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So moved. Thank you. Anything else, Jim?
Thank you.
All right.